first game of the season, first game coming off signing the contract. How did it feel to have such an eventful afternoon?
It just felt good to get out there and play a game that you're either going to win or lose. There's no tie, and it meant something. So for me, it was exciting to get back out there, and it felt like a home game. There was a lot of "Let's Go Mets" chants, and 7 line showed up in full force. That was awesome. So it was really awesome just to get back out there and get in front of the fans.
Brendan, you guys got some tough games this morning with Verlander having to go on the IL. Is that difficult to shake off? You get the biggest game of the year so far to play later in the afternoon.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I tried to honestly not even think about it. Justin's a vet, and he's gonna know what he can push through and what he can't. So let him, feel ready to go. And, it's just another obstacle that we have to overcome. We've already been dealt one with Diaz, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last. So, we just have to keep trying to roll with the punches, keep our guys, to the best of our ability on the field and healthy. And when they can't, we need another guy to step in and fill the role. And we do have people to do that. So that is the benefit of the team that Steve and Billy put together. There is some depth at starting pitching that we can hold on.
What did you think of the bullpen's first test without Edwin?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought they did amazing. Obviously, not giving up any runs. Those are tough positions to come and fill in when you sign those contracts. When you come into spring training, you're thinking you're going to have this role, and then all of a sudden that changes. So I thought the guys showed a lot of mental fortitude and toughness today, coming into those roles and accepting them and succeeding in them.
You guys have a pretty veteran clubhouse. Does that make it easier to sort of stay focused when things like this happen? Things like Verlander goes down, Diaz goes down?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, guys have been through it. They've been through the ringer. They know that this is a marathon and not a sprint. They know there's going to be ups and downs. And so try to not get too rattled by, any one thing. Try and stay as neutral as possible. So I think that's a big component of this team and, something that we're going to rely on this year.
Max, overall, what'd you think of your day?
Overall, pretty good. Was executing pitches all day long. Ran into a little trouble there in the 6th. Just a couple extra hits and a homer really, kind of puts a sour taste in your mouth. Finishing the day, but the guys battled all day. I was getting run support. Didn't quite see how that unfolded. You can only see the scoreboard. But they did a good job of battling Sandy, going out there and putting up runs against him, and then obviously getting an attack on runs to be able to win the game. So Oakland did their job as well, so it was a great team win.
What was a little different there in that 6th inning?
Just some, get some hits, and then, I had 2 outs, was about, be able to get out of it with only 1 run, but unfortunately I made a bad pitch and hit a homer, so that's how, that can get screwed up sometimes. So, take it, learn from it, move on, but overall, pretty good.
The fastball kind of caught too much of the plate.
Yep.
Max, first real game with the new rules. What did you think?
I love the pace. I don't like the clock. I'll double down on that. I think the umpire should have discretion to turn the clock off. So I'll turn this over to Tony. We had this conversation the other day. Do you think Pete, should in that situation should we start doing ball strike in that situation?
I'll go off the record with you.
Oh, no, go on the record. But see, you got to be able to defend this. I guess you can't. Okay.
We've only covered you for 1 season. Generally speaking, are you someone whose energy to pitch better, deeper into games extends into April, May as the season goes on? It gets you feel a little bit stronger. Do you come out of the gate feeling pretty strong? What's typical for you?
No, that's why I try to throw 100 pitches last start out, so that I am at my best in this situation. Unfortunately, made some mistakes there in the 6th. I put myself in position to be as strong as possible to be able to finish that game strong. Unfortunately, they got a couple hits and I didn't finish the game strong. So it's just part of the game. Continue to move forward and just make sure that you're physically right, and I'm physically right.
How happy were you with the slider today?
Good. Like I said, I made the adjustment on it. I was throwing good sliders today, so I got that pitch where I needed.
What was your reaction to finding out Verlander was starting the season?
Yeah, caught I think all of us off guard. Didn't realize he was dealing with something, but it seems like it's minor in what it is, and hopefully he can get in front of that, nip in the bud, and get him back out there as soon as possible. I mean, I know how great he is.
Do you feel like that's, I don't know about pressure, but just to set the tone, with the season and Verlander being out, what's that like for you? Just, trying to start off on a good note with the news that came today.
Go out there, pitch, win. That's all my job is. Go out there and do the best I can, pitch as long as I can. All the other news doesn't mean anything. It doesn't change my job, right?
Would you say that the Marlins were more prepared than what you've seen as far as batters with the pitch clock since the start of the regular season here?
I don't know. That's my first time facing them on, so I don't know if they're more prepared or not.
Spring,
So everybody's playing at at pace. The hitters are all standing in the box.
Actually, you talked about your lineup grinding at bats the way they did against Alcantara. He's not a guy that walks many, grind 4 walks. Just from a pitcher's perspective, what does this lineup do so well that can be so frustrating on an opposing pitcher?
I think you got a good blend of right-hand hitters, left-hand hitters, power, a little speed, a little bit of everything. So, that's what can be difficult. And so, we're able to, mix and match and play different guys, and it lengthens the lineup, and you can grind the other pitcher away. So, all the attention is going to go on the top of the order, but it's the bottom of the order that really makes a difference. And so, when those guys are going, getting hits and doing, being productive, really it makes the team go, and really can grind the other starting pitcher away.
David, not like you haven't been through this before, but just how nice it to get off to that type of start with a new team.
That's great. I mean, Max did a hell of a job today, and bullpen was able to pick up those extra innings and get the job done.
What impressed you about not just yourself, but what Braley and Smith were able to do?
I mean, they did exactly what we expected of them. I mean, they both got electric stuff, and they came in there to fill up the zone, got big strikeouts when they needed to, and we just pushed the ball to the next guy in line and managed to come out with a win.
David, you've been around New York a long time. You know what the storylines would have been if bullpen hadn't gotten it done the first game. So, I mean, what is just, maybe relief is the wrong word, but what is just the feeling, to be able to get that one back?
It's nice to get the first one for sure, especially when you got Max going and giving it his all in a tight ball game with a division team. We sealed the deal today, so hopefully we'll be able to come back and do it again tomorrow.
As Buck said, he had you up in the 8th as possible. If the inning extended there, you would have come in the 8th. Multiple inning duty, old hat.
Doesn't matter to me. I mean, I'll pitch whenever he calls on me and wants me to come in and pitch. I went back in spring training, and I'm used to throwing multiple innings in the past, so it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it. I'll do whatever it takes for us to win ball games.
James, it's tough to get the news about Verlander a couple hours before the first game of the year like that.
I mean, it is what it is. It happens. Guys are going to get injured throughout the season. We hope to have him back real soon. So, we'll just grind for a couple weeks, and when we get him back, we get him back. I mean, we've got plenty of arms here, a lot of talent in this clubhouse, and a lot of guys in the AAA that have big league stuff. So we can fill the gaps when we need to, and we'll be happy to get him back. But until then, we just hold the ground.
What has he told you about your role? Are you mostly the closer, sometimes the closer?
I've heard,
the closer?
Listen, when the phone rings, it might be you. So I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I mean, like every team I've been on in the past 3 or 4 years, when the phone rings, it could be me. Late inning, high leverage, I expect it could be me. So I'm always stretched out and ready to go in those outings.